My name is Dave Demaro, and I have been worshiping here at Aloma Church for the better part of 18 years. Last year, I developed a pain in the upper part of my chest, and being a stubborn man that I am, I put it off, and that next morning, I slept in a lot later than normal and got up, and I had to go to the wellness center. They did several scans. They were thinking it was ulcer, gallbladder, and after another series of scans, they told me they needed to get me to the hospital immediately. And I asked them what was wrong, and they said, we found a large mass on your liver. It ended up being stage 4 metastatic melanoma. It was stage 4, so it was very critical. We immediately pray about it. My wife and I pray about it. We decide to tell our children, and it was a time in our faith where we could either come closer to God or we could be angry at God. So once we found out that it was cancer, we went to a liver surgeon over at Florida Hospital, and we got some pretty bad news. We got news that he couldn't help us, that he couldn't transplant my liver, and he couldn't operate, and he gave me about 3 months. He told me that if I made it to Thanksgiving, that I would be very blessed. And here it was mid-August. The very next day, I see my oncologist, Dr. Grow. And Dr. Grow puts the brakes on and says, Dave, wait a minute, there's hope here. We've got some medicine, and we've got this new technology, this new medicine. It's called immunotherapy. And I believe with your kind of cancer, we can give you this, and we can have some hope. So Dr. Grow said that everything seemed to be working fine because of how I was at work and how I was doing my normal functions, my normal daily functions. I didn't miss a beat. So he decided to do a PET scan in October after about 4 months. So he called and he asked me if I was seated. And he said, Dave, I've got some of the most amazing news to share with you. He goes, the cancer is gone. He goes, it's absolutely, positively gone. And I go, gone? And he goes, yeah, I mean, like not a trace. He goes, the medicine is good, but this is a miracle from God. So Elizabeth and I, we were both bawling, and we couldn't be contained. I mean, we were just praising God for this opportunity. That was the greatest thing, is that I wanted to live out those days of unknowing for my children and for my wife. I wanted to walk that faith, that Christian life for my children. I wanted to leave a legacy for them so they could see my dad really believes this stuff. When I first was diagnosed, it was on a Saturday afternoon, and I believe on Monday, all the pastors of Aloma Church were at my bedside. There was Pastor Tony, there was Pastor Todd and Clade and Pastor Wes, and just the whole pastoral staff was by my bedside. And it meant the world to me that I had a church community, a church family that came around me and prayed for me and got me through probably one of the toughest times of my whole life. So I just love this church.